rise and grind. I have not been inspired to actually do a video as of late. But now I am. And I'm going to make this somewhat quick because I'm a little irritated about the coverage of this upcoming game between the Washington football team and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if you want to say they have the better record and they have great personnel and their potential, okay, I can get with that. If you want to say, you want to admit that this is probably going to be a close game and maybe because of their a few key skill areas that they have some extra talent in, I can get with that. If you think that Dak Prescott is going to finally break his little funk and actually rise to a rivalry game, I can get with that. But this is not what I'm hearing. I'm gonna tell you what I've been hearing. This great defense. They have 19 interceptions. That leads the league, and that's awesome. But they're the 26th ranked defense in yards against. They're awful. So they're one of the worst run defenses in the league. Well, they're middle of the pack in terms of passing defense. That's because of the interceptions. Okay, great. But you can run all day on them. What people don't mention is there are some things Washington does better than the Dallas Cowboys. Number one, they stop the run. They're 8th in the league in terms of yards against the run. And they run the football. Both teams can run the football, but as of late, Washington has been better at it. But people seem to ignore those little facts. Don't need to throw for 400 yards. If I can run for 200, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to take up more time off the clock. I'm going to score, and I'm going to leave your vaunted offense on the sidelines. And it will work. Because you don't have the defense to stop it. Not at all. But no one wants to talk about that point. No one wants to talk about the fact that the Cowboys have stopped no one. Not even bad offenses. They've stopped people from scoring, but they moved the ball up and down the field on them. And the good teams score. With the exception of maybe Kansas City, because they were in their struggles at that point in time, which they're not anymore. But bad teams are moving the football up and down the field on these Cowboys. Why don't y'all talk about that, Cowboy fans or prognosticators or people that want to produce this narrative that the Washington football team sucks and the Cowboys are heir apparent to the division? They might just win. Yeah, they're a talented football team, and anything's possible. I don't think they will, though. In this game coming up in Washington, I think they're going to lose. And I think they're going to lose because they are arrogant, and they assumed that they're going to win this game. They're probably looking at all the press clippings and assume that Washington has nothing for them, ignoring what actually has been happening for the last 5 weeks. I'm going to tell you something. If you couldn't run against the Raiders, if you couldn't run against some of those previous football teams with the low-rated defenses, don't think you're going to come here and be able to correct your issues. You won't be able to. Ninth in the league in run defense. Better than some teams you struggled against. And that's what we've been doing lately. Better than early in the year. We've always been pretty decent at it, but we're getting better at run defense. Hell, we're getting better at all phases. So if you think this is going to be a cakewalk, Cowboy fans, woo-wee. Get your popcorn. Keep grinding and enjoy.